Welcome to today's Explainer. If you've ever felt like your daily grind is just a relentless, unrewarding list of chores, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're unpacking a wildly innovative framework by Jesse Campbell. It's called the Hustle OS, and it fundamentally reimagines productivity as an entire behavioral gamification system. All right, let's just jump right in. So think about this. What if your daily to-do list functioned exactly like a collectible card game? Seriously, we're talking about replacing boring tasks with a high-velocity, gamified dopamine loop that can completely revolutionize your workflow. Remember the thrill of ripping open a fresh pack of trading cards, hoping for that rare foil. Now imagine pointing that exact same psychological hook right at your own professional development and high-level coding tasks. That is the sheer genius behind this juiced-up ecosystem. Here is our quest log for today. We've got 5 levels to conquer. Level 1 is the setup. Level 2 is the matrix. Level 3 is the gameplay loop. Level 4 is the AI engine. And finally, Level 5 is the final boss. Starting off with Level 1, the setup. Let's tackle the core issue right away. How we currently track our professional growth is, quite frankly, broken.
Most of us are stuck using scattered notes, flat spreadsheets, or uninspired to-do apps. It feels like a chore, right? But contrast that basic static resume with a sentient, juiced-up AI ecosystem. The old way is just a passive directory collecting dust. This new ecosystem, though, is a living, breathing proof of concept. It shifts you from isolated, unstructured text into a highly interactive engine that proves your skills in real time.
And it all boils down to this core philosophy: flip smarter, not harder. This means prioritizing efficiency and maximum velocity over absolutely everything else. You're building rigid layout guardrails and automated data extraction so you aren't wasting precious time on manual entry. You're engineering a system that does the heavy lifting for you, which frees up your cognitive load for actual high-level execution.
All right, moving into Level 2, the matrix. Before any of the fancy gamification or AI orchestration kicks in, we need a clean, structured foundation. This is where the whole concept of the periodic table comes to life. The system is built entirely on a collection of 138 specific, actionable strategy cards. And this isn't just some random list you jot down on a Sunday. It's a highly structured matrix modeled directly after the actual periodic table of elements. Each of these 138 cards represents a distinct stage of hustle maturity and gives you a concrete action to level up your real-world skills. This incredibly structured matrix categorizes every single professional skill into one of 8 core domains, which ensures your growth is balanced and measurable. For example, logic handles your algorithms and backend routing. Fractal is all about 3D UI and aesthetics. Entropy, as you might guess, deals with chaos management and debugging. By sorting tasks into these exact buckets, you can look at your dashboard and instantly see where your skills are sharp and, more importantly, where you're slacking. And here is where it gets incredibly addictive. By applying trading card rarity tiers, where an elusive secret juice card has just a 0.3% drop rate, the system triggers a massive behavioral dopamine loop. It's exactly like EA's Ultimate Team or classic sports cards. The built-in scarcity creates a powerful psychological hook. You aren't just crossing off a to-do, you're hunting for and mastering a ridiculously rare strategy. It literally makes doing the hard work feel addictive. Now for Level 3, the gameplay loop. We've got our deck, so how do we actually play this game to level up? Having cool virtual cards is great, but it has to translate into measurable productivity. The absolute heartbeat of this ecosystem is a concept called stacking the juice. This is the progression loop that takes all that abstract self-improvement and turns it into measurable XP and velocity. It removes all the ambiguity out of your personal development and tracks your actual financial ROI. You build mastery step by step by moving your cards through a precise status pipeline. You start a card at not started. As you execute, it pushes to in progress at 25%, then implemented at 75%, and finally, you hit mastered at a full 100%. Systematically hitting these intervals unlocks achievements like base mastery or rare collector. This totally replaces the friction of traditional habit tracking with satisfying gamified rewards. To give you a highly practical example, for intense coding sessions, the system deploys specific cards like the HH008 focus block. Imagine triggering this. The AI orchestrator instantly blocks your calendar, queues up a 30-minute 1973 Grateful Dead jam, and shifts your UI into a neon, tie-dye 3D visualization.
It's a sensory, immersive trigger telling your brain, okay, it is time for peak velocity deep work.
On to level 4, the AI engine. A gamified spreadsheet is cool, but to make this a state-of-the-art developer platform, we really have to look under the hood at the automated horsepower running it.
Running on platforms like Next.js, this engine relies on strict JSON schemas to guarantee the Gemini AI never ever breaks your front-end visual layouts. This is a massive takeaway, guys. When you integrate AI into a UI, unstructured text will almost always hallucinate and shatter your web components. By forcing the AI to output strictly in JSON mode, you lock that logic in a cage. Your dynamic 3D psychedelic canvases stay perfectly intact while data streams at lightning speed.
And instead of a generic search, it uses a semantic retrieval augmented generation, or RAG pipeline, that truly understands the exact architectural meaning behind your code. It automatically pulls markdown files right from your GitHub repos, chunks them up, and converts them into vector coordinates. So when someone asks the AI a question, it isn't just looking for simple keywords. It executes a semantic search to pull the exact contextual breakdown of your work. Finally, level 5, the final boss. This is the ultimate showcase, where we translate all your hard-earned XP into a dynamic AI profile agent.
This is where all that back-end engineering pays off in the real world. When someone visits your page, the AI dynamically restructures your entire portfolio based on what that specific stakeholder cares about most. Standard landing pages treat everyone the same, right? Not here. A technical recruiter is going to see your architectural decisions and stack breakdown, whereas a founder will instantly see ROI and velocity metrics. The whole layout shifts programmatically. And then there's the Flex, a toggle to literally view the system prompt. Anyone can type the words prompt engineer on their resume, but adding a button that unmasks your raw prompt architecture, showing your few-shot examples, your strict schema rules, and your chain of thought parameters, that is unfakeable proof. You aren't just telling a tech recruiter you know what you're doing, you are opening the hood and showing them the engine. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought to inspire your next big build. Are you going to stick with outdated, static to-do lists, or are you ready to flip smarter, not harder, and build a system that actively rewards your hustle? The periodic table of hustle proves that with a little structure and some clever gamification, you can literally turn your daily grind into a masterpiece. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and I'll see you in the next explainer.